Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
oh,
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. It's
We're
stream
just
day.
normal
It's
men.
just normal men.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Ben.
Oh, does it look dark in my room? I've got like all the blinds down because it's hot.
Ah, well, you know what? That's more important.
It could be. It could be. How warm is it in Norway?
It is very warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully, it's weird because it gets very warm up here sometimes, but now it's pretty chill.
Oh, okay.
I've been yesterday and today I've been working from home in the biggest sense of the word and had my laptop, you know, like sunbathing with the laptop. Laptop made of aluminum, very, very warm, burning fingers as I type. But you know what? That's just what you do when you live in Scandinavia and you have only so much time to soak up sun to store your vitamin D for the winter that will undoubtedly be sad.
It's all in the game.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I don't know. It's,
What? It's all in the game.
yeah, sounds very familiar. And no, it's wait, it's in the game?
Hi
Yeah,
Ben.
it's
Oh,
it's
it's
EA
in the game.
Sports.
Oh, it's EA Sports. That's. What is that?
That's what it is. It's in the game.
It's in the game. Do you think the guy who did the voice for that is still?
Oh,
No, I suppose they've stopped using it, haven't they?
Andrew Anthony?
I don't know his name
Wait,
off the top of my head. I know there's
a
like
common
people.
misconception.
Oh,
Oh, okay. A common misconception is that he is the voice actor for numerous EA Sports television commercials, usually saying the end line EA Sports, it's in the
ah,
game. The actual actor for these commercials is Andrew Anthony. Okay, so this was about David Hayter,
hmm.
uh, but really it's Andrew Anthony. Okay, wait.
I don't know either of those people, but I'm
Me either.
assuming they're normal men.
But if we didn't say that, yeah,
Yeah.
they truly are. Just
I've seen there's people who
truly
stop
what?
the guy in the streets. I don't know how they know him. You do wonder sometimes. Maybe they're at like a convention, but and they'll like say the line, and then they'll say EA Sports in the game. That's like, is that like the
Oh.
perfect level of fame? I feel like it's up there, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, you want
it's
to
like
be
you
asked
don't.
to say stuff from
Yeah,
your game.
I think it'd be cool to be like stopped in the streets, but like not all the time, you know. But then
Yeah,
there's probably a
no.
point where maybe it's a bit odd if they recognize you, know, if there's just like one person, you know, maybe they shouldn't know what you look like. I don't know. But I've yet to be, despite our stream extravaganza every other
Yeah,
Tuesday.
what's going
I've
on?
yet to be stopped.
We've been streaming
Yeah,
for
I know.
how long now? 2 years?
Yeah. Every time I walk into
2
my
years
local
in a row.
Tesco, I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking around like, yeah, buy my milk.
Where are the Tesco fans?
where are the Tesco fans? No, I don't. I wouldn't want to be. Because you do hear, you get those stories, and people say, "Oh, it's the first time I was stopped in the streets," and it's always, I think it's always kind of a mixed, mixed response. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that I think you think you want, and then in reality, it's actually quite terrible. Which I think is just fame in general.
Yeah.
It's just fame.
I've
So
always
yeah.
thought it'd be better for the thing. Better that the thing you're known for is more famous than you, maybe. But I've always kind of had that in my back pocket as a thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
Well, I guess we're gonna see who will thrive, the garden path or Louis' celebrity status.
Yeah, time will tell. we'll know. We'll know in 5 years' time. We'll both be washed out. I'll be wrestling with my own game for fame. I have a friend who's in a band and he got randomly stopped in a pub and told his music was cool. I think he kind of hates it. Being stopped, that is. Whatever. Not his own music.
The music.
Yeah. God, what have I done? It's kind of like rap funk. It's awful. Those two genres should never be combined.
It checks out.
No, rap funk. There's definitely good rap funk out there. I just, or being told it's cool. Yeah, maybe that's the point. It immediately becomes uncool. Oh man, maybe I'm not that. Maybe I'm not that cool. If this
you
guy
already
thinks
knew
it's
what
cool.
rap funk was? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, now it's not cool anymore.
I've heard that some bands hate their most popular music.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, I think it's like it's really cute when there's like a band that just really loves. I'm trying to think of an example because you always hear about bands that have just one hit, don't you? And they hate playing their one hit.
Yeah.
But then I love the bands that love playing their one hit. Like every time they never get enough. I got the impression I saw they do a beer festival in my hometown that I go to every now and then. And it just for somehow it's always really naff cover bands. It'll be like Nile Rodgers cover band or something, but they actually got the actual I've totally forgotten the name of the band now. Oh no, Top Loader. Do you know Top Loader? You know their song?
No.
They did.
Do
Well, they did, and again, it's painful for them because they're famous for Dancing in the Moonlight.
Okay.
But they didn't even. That's actually a cover, which some people don't know.
Course.
So they're famous.
Who's
Yeah.
originally?
And to be fair, the original is like way worse than than the Top Loader version.
King Harvest.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny. It's not bad, but anyway. But no, they
I know Dancing in the Moonlight from a different cover.
You do. You don't know it from Top Loader.
I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
Who else has done it?
It's probably had a fair few covers. That's definitely the
Yeah,
most famous
that's
one, I'm sure. It's got to be the Top Loader one. But yeah, they clearly loved playing it live. I just thought that was really cool.
Oh right, yeah, this is the Top Loader one. I see. Yeah. Anyway.
Ben thinks I'm cool. Thanks, Ben.
Also, hi Ellie, welcome in. Welcome to the fashion stream.
The fashion stream, which I didn't
What's
even
your
know.
favorite pattern?
Yeah, what is your favorite pattern?
Yeah,
Has
I
anybody-
asked in the Discord to
Did you?
bring your favorite pattern.
Bring
into
it with
chat.
you. Everyone should have that, really, shouldn't they? It's that kind of thing. It's like, what is it like? What's something like if you ask like, what's your favorite? Boom, you should know. Boom.
Yeah.
What's
like
your favorite
color.
Radiohead album? Boom.
Oh, I mean, everybody's gonna say In Rainbows, or the other one, King one.
King one? No one. Oh wait, is there a King one?
Wait, everyone hates the King one.
Is there a King one? Oh, King of Limbs. I like the King one.
Yeah.
I like King of Limbs. I don't know if it's not their best, but Sparrow says, I'm procrastinating from having to write a self-assessment for the annual review process at this point, dreaming of getting out of the corporate world. What would you do, Sparrow? What do you envision? You don't have one prepared.
It's okay. It's okay, Ellie. Just pretend. Just go on Pinterest like I am right now to look for patterns, and we'll figure it out.
We're doing Argyle. That's the plan. Potato coat. Not quite.
Wow, I can't believe you said this, Alex.
How dare you?
My Pinterest is full of clowns because I've been hyperfixating on like Pierrot clowns.
Clowns.
Yeah, I have a thing. Oh, I think my favorite pattern is like what are they even called? Just any sweater that just looks chaotic. There's too much going on. There's a lot of, lot of different stuff in there. That's the vibe for me. Um,
I do actually I've got a Pinterest thing for jumpers in the garden path.
oh, you do? Amazing.
And I don't know how many actually made the cut because the trouble is, I couldn't think of it. Well, it's not the trouble. I think that they're going to take a lot of work. I think it would be nice if I could do quite a few post-release, but a lot of them just don't have names, and I feel like I'm really bad at naming things. Because like
Don't
you're
worry,
saying, like,
we'll help you.
yeah, it can do. I mean, like Argyle jumper is easy, but there's a lot of jumpers I saw, and I was just like, I just don't know what you call this.
Just make it a community thing.
Yeah, I could do. Sparrow says, retire, having worked long enough that I can just about afford it. That sounds good.
Yeah.
But
I think well, I say we all want to, and it's mostly just Alex and me.
you want to retire?
Become old and retire.
I've heard a lot of people are retiring early because of, I think everybody just seems
the
tired.
world ending and
Everybody
stuff.
just seems tired, and I can't blame them.
Yeah. Sent you a screenshot from my Pinterest of some comments, which I feel like encapsulates the vibe.
See if I can get this in. I haven't read them yet. We can have a raw reaction. Where is it? Oh, I always forget. I can't just copy from... I have to open in browser, then copy the image. It's cutting off our chap's head. What do you want to remember about this pin? Oh no, that's not a comment. I'm so old. This is like the prettiest, ugliest sweater I've ever seen in my life. Please give me. I don't know what is that a phrase? Please give me. Is that like please give me strength?
I guess so.
It's the thing they say.
Please give me.
For anyone wondering, you can get sweaters like this at Cloak Vintage knitwear section. I'm guessing we were focused on the Lawrence comment.
We were but I'm glad we now know. That's
it's cool though.
For me.
It's got like
chaotic.
It's got a Celtic. I don't know. It's got kind of like a. Like I feel like you could vibe in Ireland in this.
Yeah.
Is Ireland Celtic or Gaelic? Or is it like a combination? It's probably a lot of things, isn't it? Ferncore.
Hi, Boo. Yeah.
I didn't get any choice about becoming old. That's always the way of it. My dad was 3 years younger when he retired. That was always a goal to match. Laws on retirement ages have changed since then, though. Gaelic is a subset of Celtic. I wish I knew that. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they kind of, it's not clear cut, but I didn't know there was a one sat above the other. My granddad retired at 49, famously.
Oh.
And never travelled. I think he just watched The Neighbours. Oh, and he liked choir singing as well.
Sounds like he's from the garden path.
He did have it. It's not got as much upkeep as it used to, but they did have a really nice garden. He was a little bit of a hoarder. He had a lot of caravans. I had to clear them all out, and it was just like, I vowed that if my grandson ever had to, that everything, I hope everything my grandson ever has to move out of my house can fit in one wheelbarrow. That's my slightly morbid promise to my future grandson or granddaughter. I
mean,
or whoever they might be.
I think you are pretty good track, because you're one of the people I know that is less, you don't keep a lot of stuff, and you're pretty, mindful about it. So I feel like you got this.
I like that I've given that impression. I didn't have
On the other hand, me.
I mean, there's, you could do there was a guy who did a project. We studied this at uni, where he basically just put everything he ever owned on a conveyor belt and just, I think it got smashed up or put into a furnace. I can't remember. And people could come and see it.
God, that is
which is maybe a little bit
kinda
extreme.
sad yeah, it makes me feel a certain way. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? You know that music video I've been looking for since I was traumatized by it as a child? I'm sure I've talked about it before. It gives me the same feeling as that. And in that one, it was like porcelain dolls burning and sinking into mud. So that's the vibe that gives
I
me. And it's very sad.
I don't think everything was kind of like, like falling away, and I don't think there was much screaming. I think it was probably a lot of like coats. I don't know what do people own? Saucepans.
But it's still so like you just see somebody's entire life just be
Yeah,
a
little bit extreme maybe.
yeah,
You know.
Hey Kenny, how you doing?
How you doing, Kenny?
Yeah, I agree with Boo. These ugly jumpers are actually a myth. I've never seen one in real life. Like I have looked so hard for this type of jumper, and I just never.
Just
have,
what
like,
any
one.
a jumper that's actually ugly, is that the bar?
Yeah, well, not that it's because there's a lot of ugly jumpers, and they could be like it could be like a silly Christmas one, and it's an ugly jumper. But like that, that exact vibe of like the earth tones and the different patterns and the chaos of it that makes it ugly chic. It's hard to find here. I think maybe it's like a.
So it has
it
to
must
be,
just be the wrong location.
it has to be like so bad it's bad. Is that what you mean?
I don't think it needs.
Like it can't come out the other side for you to think it's chic. It has to be actually. It has to be unironically ugly.
I don't think that these sweaters are ugly necessarily, but
Uh-huh.
that's because that's I've gone past I've come out the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. But yeah.
I see. How's everyone getting on with the Reddit protest? I'm not doing well. I'm.
What is the Reddit protest?
Do you remember Elon Musk with Twitter? He basically said that you couldn't have Twitter apps anymore. This was just before Christmas, I think.
Like the stuff that you would connect to your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reddit's basically doing the same thing.
I totally missed that.
But
Oh.
unlike Twitter, I think Reddit, because it's communities, right? So people can kind of rally together. So there's a good portion of subreddits are basically locking people out from using them. But it ends tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, we never really had much success with the garden path on Reddit, so I'm not too worried about that. But yes, I do have. What do I usually browse on Reddit? What's a good subreddit? To be fair, not that many these days. Slowly losing good subreddits. Videos is down indefinitely. I spent all my time in cozy games. Yeah, our videos kind of went downhill though. Every single video was just 20 years later, and this is still the best. And it's sort of like, I don't know. I think Reddit really wants to be TikTok. Is what they want to be, or just the place to repost TikTok videos. And I think Reddit videos was kind of like a bit antiquated. So I don't think Reddit's going to be too upset about that going. Everything wants to be TikTok. Yeah, and it's kind of...
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that. It's really annoying, isn't
terrible.
it?
Yeah, because it's like, it's just not gonna, like, Instagram Reels are such a joke. Like, you know, like somebody will send me a reel on Instagram and it's like, yeah, that was on TikTok like 2 months ago. Welcome to the club, like, it's dead and buried.
I mean, Rachel spends like her evening on Instagram Reels. Like I do on Reddit, really. Yeah. It's a way to wind down. But I think it's funny. I think with Instagram Reels, like I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'd never be on TikTok. That's like for Zoomers," and it's ruining your attention span and everything. But then they just go on Instagram Reels, and it's the same thing. But it's like it's comfortable because they've already got it on their phone.
See, is like if if people are worried about TikTok taking too much of your data and being too, spy, because obviously it is kind of scary. But at this point, I'm too deep and I can't keep up. They know me. um, but like as if Facebook doesn't do the same thing, for Instagram, and at least I feel like we're all kind of, I don't know, not to have like a doomer mentality, but I don't really trust any of them. But TikTok has the better algorithm, so.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. And I like that. I feel like the people. I think interesting, like the people who are least worried about it seem to be people of an older generation. I quite like that, even though they're not really the use. Oh, wait, what did I say? Don't care about it. Because I've always been quite sort of pro, like, I don't think Facebook should have too much data about you. And you get the whole sort of Mark Zuckerberg knows about me eating breakfast or whatever retort.
That's not exactly the problem.
And but I find that that's often the whereas I feel like younger people seem to be rejecting it more. Seemingly, I could be wrong, even though they are probably the heaviest users of TikTok. I'm not sure, but not of Facebook anymore. I don't know. Maybe that could be totally wrong. Actually, I know Facebook is like famous for being like kind of more popular with older generations now.
Yeah.
Oh, enjoy your meeting. Ben.
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun.
Oh yeah. Also, I've since changed my Twitter now, so now this overlay. I mean, I guess we could just change it to Fern.
Oh, you've changed it to.
Yeah, because I changed it to Dingy Fairy everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. But as far as Twitch, we could just. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it anymore. We'll just leave it.
Hi, David, in YouTube chat.
Oh, David in YouTube chat. And Clara in YouTube chat.
And Clara.
Meetings, out of meetings and into meetings.
Yeah. That's the way of it. Has the chat been working on the...
Where? Oh!
Has it not? Has that... Nothing's come up, has it?
Oh, okay, now...
On my stream.
It was, but now it's...
It just disappeared.
Now it's... Yeah.
Spooky. Okay. Testing. Oh yeah, there you go. How funny. It just needed a little refresh.
Yeah.
TikTok. Everything becoming TikTok.
Yeah. I just wish, they would just go for their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I mean. Because there's probably a lot of cool social media that we could have, but that we're not getting because everybody's so focused on TikTok and replicating that.
Oh yeah, and that's right. Instagram is trying to. Or was it? Yeah, Meta's trying to create a new Twitter, isn't it? Like Project 92 or something.
It can't all be Meta. They need to just take a step back. Let someone else be Twitter this time.
Yeah. As well as trying to be TikTok. Older generations with a deep history online history go back to rejecting surveillance culture. Yes, I think you're right. Actually, that's a good point because my parents didn't really grow up with, they only really got into sort of social media later on. But people who are sort of always involved in sort of open source and things and computer science. There are already 3 other Twitters.
But still nothing that's like enough that we move over.
No.
I mean, there was Hive, but feel like everybody wanted Hive to be good, and then it just kind of they disappeared for a while, and
Hive was always
I
a little
think
bit
it's kind
sus.
of
I don't know why I had like I just had. Wait,
yeah.
was that the one? Was Hive the one that was like? I can't remember. There was something unusual about it, wasn't there? I can't remember. It almost came. It was almost too good to be true when it came out. I was like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and then it was really buggy, and they had to take a few months to
Yeah.
sort it out. Yeah. But I don't know, I liked oh my phone's not even here. I liked the concept of it. They have like you can have like a profile song, which I like because obviously I would like that.
It's like
Um
MySpace days.
it's like MySpace or Tumblr. But really, I mean, I really liked when we all just went back to Tumblr. That was a good
Yeah, I was
phase,
thinking about
you
that
know.
today. I need to sort of. I just forgot about it. I need to because I did enjoy it while I was using it.
Yeah,
I want to
it
just. I
was
want to spend a bit
nice.
more time on Tumblr.
I think Tumblr and Pinterest are, well, no, I won't say Tumblr is more healthy because it absolutely can be less healthy than anything else. But I've seen people talk about how Pinterest is like one of the most healthy social platforms just because like you just kind of, you know, look at things you like and
Hmm.
uh, it's a little creative and there's not a lot of like negative kind of,
I can see that.
you know, yeah.
I remember seeing there was some study about like mental health on social media, and they found that like artists had the highest, just because everyone was kind of sharing work and giving feedback and stuff.
Mhm.
And I thought that's definitely my like having followed pretty much only art accounts on Reddit and sorry, not on Reddit, on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's definitely been my experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole. Oh yeah, and Apple just announced that. Oh man, that spooky.
Oh.
Um, it does look kind of cool. It does look kind of cool, but what is it? I remember thinking like, how is it that? Besides the point, but it does that thing where it's like when you're talking to people with the goggles on, it
Right?
it recreates your entire face just to make it look like you don't have goggles on. I just think that's so funny.
That is very strange. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. David asked,
But
"What's that background noise? Do you mean the music? That's the that's the game soundtrack. If that's what you. Oh, sorry. Clara has already clarified that. I'm sorry. Thank you, Clara. But yeah, and it also doesn't it like put your eyes in the goggles for everyone who's around you in real life. It like adds eyes that I guess look like your eyes. I don't know.
I yeah, I don't know. I
I feel like we need to. I feel like the whole VR thing. I think we really need to be like, this is VR. You know, it's like this whole separate thing, and that's okay. Instead of kind of like,
right, instead of making it like I mean, how many sci-fi movies have we made and seen that, you know, talk about this whole like Ready Player One thing where everybody's just living in the simulation and the world is falling apart. Like, I just don't understand how we have all of this media about how bad it is for technology to take over, and then we just do it anyway.
money to be made, I guess. Yeah,
Like, yeah, it
does
just
look.
doesn't
It
make
looks pretty
sense.
cool
But
though. Yeah, I'd give it a go. I'm not. You know, if my
I
mate had
think
one, I'd put it on my head. I'd put it on my head pretty quickly. Give me
it's
that. I'd be like, what?
someone mentioned how like it's just not at all fitting with the current like economical climate of like most people, and I think that that's a huge thing that like
Yeah.
they're just putting out this super expensive VR headset and people are just trying to afford to heat their homes or eat. um,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's not targeted at those people, or maybe it is. Maybe that
no,
you
but
know.
like but I
Um,
mean with the cost of living crisis, like it's
mm,
getting worse and worse, right? Even for people who have been like, you know, okay, it's
yeah.
still. So it just doesn't make sense to. I just you could do so much with technology that could be useful,
I see.
and yet we're just yeah. I don't know.
Or you could have your eyes. I don't know. we could figure out how to have your eyes. I'm trying to think, your eyes on top of your eyes. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I guess they're still kind of selling it as well. Yeah, because they're selling it as a productivity tool, aren't they? Which is a little bit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or are they still selling it as a? I think again, I think they are selling it. They're aiming it towards people with quite a lot of disposable income, and then they'll probably. I imagine they're going to release a quote unquote affordable one, which would probably be probably still a couple grand.
$100 less.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But
The lights.
I doubt designers will be able to make good games in VR. Yeah, I've done all that. What's it called? Beat Saber. Like I've done all that. I'm just not that fussed really. I know some people love it, but there's other ones.
Like at the point that it needs to be at for it to be like deal breaking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good point, Sparrow. That like really it's just for
corporate purchases. Do you mean like
or...
for their employees? You kind of buy 100 of them, and then everybody has a go on something. I don't know. The other thing about VR is like I know a lot of people talk about you know, like the idea of watching a movie and you're kind of like in a cinema in VR watching this huge screen, but you've only got like this little screen in front of your eyes. A lot of people talk about that, don't they? But I think there's something like I like being in my living room. I don't know if that makes like I've got my plants. I like the window. I like natural light. I don't know. I feel like watching a movie in your space is. I don't know. There's something, and I guess it's about having the option, maybe. But I don't know. I don't need the image to be that big. I don't know. I feel like we've.
You can't see your cats in VR.
You can't see your cats. That's a good point. Being pushed
to try really hard to get into your feed. So really
they'll figure that out. They'll scan your cats. I reckon that's the next thing. But yeah, and then because the whole Apple VR thing is like AR, isn't it? So it's like projected in your living room. Is that right? So they'll have your. Oh no, you will be able to see your cats. I think if you can see your sofa and stuff. I think that's right. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also for doing demos, I expect. I bet you'll walk into like an estate agent and they'll be like, "Oh, do you want to view this house? Here's our Apple Vision," and you'll put it on. Yeah, that'll be some of that, I suspect, and it'll all be tax deductible.
That's the main point.
But yeah, I don't know. I like being in my office, but I guess with Apple VR you kind of are doing that because it's
But if it
AR,
was gonna
it?
be this like AR thing, then why couldn't it? Why does it have to look so much like a VR headset? Why can't it be more like, discreet? Because since it's just an add-on onto like your world, then why would it have to be this like huge? I mean, I guess it's because we don't have the technology yet. So
yeah,
but still, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder that there hasn't really been a good game with AR yet, has there? Like,
what do you mean?
Has there?
Pokemon Go is
Pokemon
my
Go.
favorite AR game.
I wish Pokemon Go. I feel like I've talked about this before. I just wish I could do I want to actually Pokemon fight. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool at the time. Was that 2016? Man.
Oh, definitely like one of those like phenomenons of our time.
Yeah. Maybe for a good AR game that gives me cooking lessons, that would be cool.
Yeah, like Benba, but
cooking mama in your kitchen. Can you imagine that? And she's like twice the size of the average adult.
She's like towering over you.
You're like, "Where's cooking mama?" And then you look up. You're like, "Oh my."
Oh my god.
They could. Oh, wouldn't it be fun to do a game where there's like cooking mum is like hiding in your house. I don't know why cooking mum, but you just have to run around your house, and I don't know. It eventually decides where the person's hiding because it wouldn't know your house, would it? But it would just it would notice that you've opened the seventh cupboard and then be like, "Hi, you found the bear," or something, and there'd be this like little bear like, "Oh, you found me." That would be fun. Kids would lap it up, wouldn't they? That'd keep the kids going for an afternoon.
Yeah, iPad kids no longer. Now it's
God, I was on the coach the other day, and this kid was given his iPad. I was on the coach for 3.5 hours, and this kid was just on an iPad watching like videos of someone with just goo, and he just watched this for like 3.5 hours, and he didn't say a word. I don't know how he. I just thought, what?
it's dire.
I just don't know how you can watch goo videos for that long. But I think it was like on one half of the screen there was like he was like playing with goo, and on the other half I think it was like someone else playing Fortnite or something. Man, I was so bored in the car.
Of course.
I don't know if that was a rite of passage. I don't want to do the whole like kids should suffer like I did, but I couldn't believe it. Even I was bored on that coach, and this kid was beating me at being not bored. I couldn't believe it. I wish I could just watch someone play with goo for 3 hours.
You can.
I mean, I can. But what a solution for the parents.
That's the whole thing, right? Like even on TikTok, you'll have these like Reddit posts that are read out by an AI voice, and like, on the bottom there's the Subway Surfer gameplay.
I love that. I don't know why. It's so funny. It's just like, it's like admitting like our fault as humans. I feel like it's such a, I don't know, it's such a human thing to just admit that we can't pay attention to anything. We just got to watch like, someone surfing while a politician is being interviewed.
There's skits of like sitting at a restaurant and the person they're talking to isn't listening, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, you're not listening," and then they like show their phone with Subway Surfer, and then they start like, it's, what a time to be alive. That'll be the next TikTok strategy for the garden path.
I don't mind it, honestly. I don't mind it. I reckon if they had it back in the day, they'd be using it. It's like have you seen, there's that thing of people waiting in the subway. Oh, sorry, not the subway, or the London Underground, like 100 years ago. And just everyone's reading a newspaper, Like, there's certain things, because our brains aren't really very different, are they? We've still got, well, they're not different at all. We've still got the same monkey brains. So I reckon if they had Subway Surfer, if the Greeks had Subway Surfer, maybe, I don't know where I'm going with this. I was going to make some kind of democracy joke, but
I don't know. I saw a TikTok this morning, or maybe it was last night. I don't know. Exactly. Someone saying like, it is wild how like I've watched like 200 videos just in this day alone compared to people in the mid 1900s who would maybe take in like one movie in like a week, and we're just like, we've seen so much content in one day, and like it is just like speed.
And not just videos, but I think that's the thing that's going to be crazy. It's like just the amount of images that we have access to.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it seems like we're probably not going to benefit from that, because there's going to be so much there's going to be so many AI images. I think we're just going to images are just going to be this completely, expendable. I don't know quite what it's going to be, but I don't know if it's a bad thing, but images might almost have no value meaning. In a way. I don't know about meaning, but like we just take them for granted. Like I suspect it won't be long before we're like, oh, I wish I was on holiday in Greece, and then you just like ask an AI to do a load of holiday photos for you in Greece. And like I don't think everybody's going to do that. Like I don't think it's going to be like apocalyptic, but I think some enough people will do it that we'll be aware it's an option, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I don't know. Because this idea of like, if I have kids and they're like seeing photos of my granddad. Like, there's only so many photos of my granddad, whereas there's going to be like, well, nobody's taking photos of me, to be fair, but there's a heck of a lot more than there were of my granddad, you know. But I feel like there's going to be this very small window where, I don't know, that's kind of like a thing. If that makes it, because of AI, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong.
Oh, it's alright. I was reading the YouTube chat.
I was watching.
What?
I was watching Subway Surfer.
No, I wasn't. That's the problem. I wasn't
That was the
listening.
problem. Yeah, if only. We should have that going in the bottom right hand corner. Or we could have something
Really
else. What
should.
would it be? I don't know.
See, I've been saying this about the other game that we worked on, Tray Racers.
Yeah.
How it's like the perfect game to have that kind of like just watch someone. So I really think they should capitalize on that. Just go viral. Why aren't you going viral?
Yeah.
But yeah.
They must make games now for that. Yeah, for that purpose. They're probably not very
Right,
successful, but
yeah.
I suspect some people are doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's probably a lot of clones of that type of game. Yeah. And yeah, David has a point. Like, for a flight, an AR headset would be great, I guess. Would be bulky to take with you, but
Yeah, I've never been on a long haul flight. I think the longest
Yeah.
flight I've ever done was 3 hours maybe.
Oh wow.
And so again, it's never really been. So I don't know. I've always wondered if I'll be bored out of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was 13 when I went on mine, and it was like 14 hours.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened. I don't remember it. But I think it's really good if you're able to sleep.
Oh yeah.
But if not, then yeah.
Yeah, sleep's pretty great.
Right? Yeah. Really recommend getting like a sleep mask with not like the regular ones, but the ones that have the little memory foam around your like outside of your eyes, so that
Okay.
there's like a little pillow that kind of makes it not sit on your eyelids.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I had a mate. Actually, it was Paddy who sometimes in the YouTube chat he was telling me how great eye masks are. And I did go out and get one, but I feel like I've had I do the same with earplugs. Like, I just involuntarily remove. Like, I wake up and they're just no longer attached to me, and I just don't know what I can do about that. So, and I feel like the distraction of having it on my face was like,
it's like something you have to get used to.
Yeah, I sleep pretty well, to be fair. Like, I don't, but I was, when it's like, I think it's pretty common to just think like, maybe, like, what if I've been feeling terrible my whole life and I didn't realize how good it could be? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of.
Well, that's the problem, right? That's the whole like selling point for anything.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
I caught myself wanting to try melatonin just because, or melatonin? Yeah, right? The supplement, just so that like I could sleep better. But I do sleep pretty good, so I was like, what do I need to do that? But it's just because you never know. What if
you never know?
What if you've normalized this terrible,
Yeah, sleep's pretty good.
Sleep's
Definitely.
pretty good. Too bad I can't get it.
Do you prefer sleeping or eating?
Oh. Oh no. Oh, it really depends. The thing is, right, like sleep is really great, but I get so distracted and I don't get enough sleep because of it. But to get back to that mask, like I've programmed my brain now. Like when the mask goes on, I fall asleep instantly, and it's amazing.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's so nice. It's like, yeah, I don't know how, but it just has become a thing. Um, so that's really nice. Um, but food is great. So yeah. How about you? What's your?
It's got to be sleeping. I'm that kind of like, I could, if there was a, it's like that whole if there was a pill that just like fed you for the day, would you?
Oh, are you?
Well,
are you on that side?
I'm not. Like I know there's, like I would definitely go for it if it was affordable and it actually did what it was saying it was going to do, hypothetically, because I know there's a lot of like, there's like what's it called, Huel and Soylent or whatever.
Yeah.
Which actually I did once because my brother did he worked on the advertising for it and he had like sacks of fuel. This was way back when he was doing TV stuff, and so I got a free bag, and it was like, I remember when I first had it, I started like craving it. I don't know why. Maybe it had something in it and my body was just like, you've been missing this nutrient or something.
Like
but then,
cheese.
maybe. But it was kind of like drinking cake mix. it was pretty awful.
Just like goo.
But yeah, no, I like the culture of food. I like making food for people. I like the creativity of food. One of my favorite things is just seasoning things. Like I like tasting something and being like, oh, that could,
I think
use a bit of
that's
this.
actually a really good point. That's something that's like, well, this sounds so dystopian, but it is kind of dystopian right now. And I think like being more in touch with your senses and like noticing things in nature when you're out walking and stuff like that is so important. And I think seasoning as well, like you said, like that's something that takes you completely into the moment and like,
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
I like the craft of it, I guess. But day to day, if there was a pill available, I'd probably go. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about eating the food. But I feel like I have this weird thing. Like I feel like I just generally removed. I don't like. I struggle to enjoy music concerts because I'm kind of aware it's going to be over, and it doesn't really feel like it's real. Like I'm not anxious about it. I'm not there like spending the whole time like worrying it's going to be over. I'm just kind of aware of the fact it's going to be over. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
And I feel like the
does.
same is with food. Like I'm almost like I'm watching myself eat the food, and therefore I'm not eating the food, and therefore I'm not actually enjoying the food. It's kind of like on this separate. I don't know.
Having like an out of body experience.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. But and I think maybe I don't know if it's a case of being present though. Like I feel like I'm able to be present. Like I do that whole like reminding yourself to. And I think I'm okay at it, but maybe I'm not. I've got no idea. Again, it's that thing, how do you know? It's such a subjective thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the dopamine detox? Is that where you like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You like deprive your
that's
mind?
Something I feel like that's something you would do.
No.
You just don't go on your phone in the morning, or like you don't do the things that you would normally like. Basically, you just don't go on TikTok. But anything that's like dopamine seeking, you kind of don't do, and then because you're not starting your day like that, it kind of.
Didn't you do it on like Sundays or something? Isn't there? I thought you did it for like a day. Or is a dopamine detox like a week? I guess there's different. Yeah, people probably do it in different ways.
But yeah, I think it's the kind of same concept as like, what could you say, like caffeine maybe, where like if you, like the crash from caffeine will mess you up, and then you want more caffeine. And I think, but if you don't have caffeine, then you won't have that like wavy pattern. So maybe with dopamine it's the same thing, where like if you don't spike your dopamine, then you don't have to keep that level up for the rest of the day, and you'll actually be happier. I don't know, something like that. I
can. It seems to make sense, doesn't it? There's logic. There's logic there. Would I do it? I think I'm kind of in this weird place where like I can't. I struggle to enjoy like TikTok because it is so kind of attention grabby and
Yeah.
whereas but I also struggle to read books because like my attention sits in this sort of middle ground where like I can read sort of short things. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even a lot of YouTube videos, I struggle with ones that sort of try and grab your attention. I don't know why, I just find them too much.
Well, I mean, that's really fair. It's like the whole, like, everybody's allergic to an ad, or like, I guess now it's no longer ads, it's like any like influencer marketing that's so like, you know,
Yeah.
or sponsored segments, like we just kind of skip over them, or, you know.
So yeah,
So
I'm
yeah.
not sure, and I kind of yeah, I guess I could give it a go. I'm not, yeah, and water fasting as well. David's saying I did look into. I was going down that recently, and I couldn't find anything that conclusive.
What even is that? Do you just not drink water?
No, that's what I thought it was because there was
Or do you only drink water and not eat?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember reading there's a musician called Cup Kake or something who I'm into, and they water fasted. I remember a lot of people at the time. This is quite a while ago now. Were saying it was dangerous, and I was reading about it, and I thought it was that. I thought it was like, yeah, you basically deprive yourself of even water. Yeah, I've heard it works. My understanding is that it definitely conclusively works for weight loss.
Well,
But but whether or not that's because you're fasting is unconclusive. So it could be that, and again, this doesn't make it any less valid, but it could be because you're conscious of your eating habits, you're counting calories, you're thinking about, and having that process of actively thinking about your consumption generally leads you to lose weight, and you're literally starving yourself. So there's probably if it's less calories in, then
yeah, and I guess it also affects like your water retention, even though you're only consuming water. Like if you're not consuming any food that has salt, or like, then maybe, because a lot of like fast weight loss is like water weight fluctuating potentially, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I've been deep into the weight loss train lately, and I try really hard not to let it go into like eating disorder territory.
Right.
And it's so hard because like there's just so much different stuff going on in that kind of sphere.
Yeah. Now this is the trouble I had when I was looking into it. If you've got enough self-control to consume only water, you've got enough self-control to stick to a conventional weight loss diet. I think, that's just what I took away from it. I have, because I was looking at a bunch of, I was trying to find, it's really hard with these things, but I was trying to find a bunch of studies and, read the abstracts and stuff. And because I was watching a thing about how the fact that, like, with Ramadan, like, that's like, is Ramadan the right one? The right celebration? But it's something like, in theory, it's like multiple billions of people, I think. I mean, not every person practices it, but it's the huge global event, and there's very little data on the effects of that on people, which I think is really interesting. I think it's a sort of untapped potential of data.
Yeah.
I've done 3 days and 7 days. I had a mate who used to go on these bizarre where he only ate potatoes, I think for...
Oh, I did that.
Is it a thing? I thought maybe he just invented it.
Yeah, and now that
it sounds really unhealthy.
It's such a... Oh, I also just finished the book Cultish today.
Okay.
So it's really funny because obviously that talks about like cults, multi-level marketing schemes.
Is that part of it?
And influencer culture, gurus and stuff, and it's just... No, it's not. But the thing is, like, when I look back at... And the problem is with this too, with all of the... Like, now my YouTube algorithm is all like, how I lost 10 pounds in a week.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. And it's just, all of this language is so... This is a universal influencer issue, but like a lot of influencer language is so culty and like buy my ebook, buy my course, like meal plan, workout plan. And I think the potato diet, like I was so deep into that a couple of summers ago, like a couple of summers ago. It was in the summer, I remember, and I was only eating potatoes or sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Um, and it was just like
Sweet potatoes
it's
aren't
this
so bad, are
whole
they?
like no, they're actually great,
Yeah.
but I
We're
still I
big
mean
fans of
I
sweet
thought it
potatoes
was
on the stream. Sorry, you
yeah.
carry on.
Oh no no no. I thought it was interesting to try, but it was definitely rooted in like an unhealthy mindset
I mean,
or
my
like
mate had
the
no.
intention of it.
I don't think he had any illusions about it. He was just, and I remember his whole thing was like, I eat junk food. It was something like he eats junk food for like 12 months of the year, and he gets fat, and then one month he eats nothing but potatoes to lose weight. It just sounds insanely unhealthy. I mean, I told him this,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a body image thing or anything. It was just like I get to, I put on too much weight when I'm eating like junk food all year, so I just need to eat only potatoes.
Yeah.
Maybe he stopped doing it. I haven't spoken to him in a while. He went to live off the grid, and only hear from him now and then.
Does he grow potatoes off the grid?
I don't know actually. Well, it's not as off the grid. I think he had all these big plans to like build his own house and stuff, but I don't think it ever quite materialized. I think he's living in a sort of a cottage in the middle of nowhere in the Mediterranean or something. It's the dream. I hope he's enjoying himself. I hope he's happy. I don't hear from him enough. Ramadan is the only fasting during daylight hours. You eat normally when the sun is set. But I think that is a common. I think that's a common water fasting interval. I think, or is it the opposite? I can't remember. No, I think because water fasting. I think typically you skip breakfast and dinner, and I think you like eat a really big lunch. Is that right?
No, you're talking about what's it called? It starts with a P, I think. Like
Okay. I remember when I was looking into it, there was all these numbers. People were like, "Yeah, I'm on a 18/8 or something." It wouldn't, whatever. The numbers would add up to 24, right? Because that was the amount of time you have off and the amount of time you have on. So I think people would be like a 7/3/7 or something like that. I don't know if that adds up to 24. It doesn't. But yeah. So I think most of them, it didn't matter what time you ate, but Passover.
That's not the word
No,
I was
not the
looking
word you were
for.
thinking of.
It starts with an I. Thank you, Avery. Yeah, intermittent fasting. That's
okay, yeah. But but then don't you? Yeah, intermittent fasting. But then don't you water fast? They're kind of they're two sides of they're like the same thing. Not the same thing. Hang on. Let me get my thoughts together. So while you're fasting in intermittent fasting, you're still drinking water. So you're water fasting, I believe. But yeah. Folks tend to give numbers for IF, yeah. Oh, does MD stand for, are you a doctor? Is there a doctor in the chat? How are we on the Argyle? It's looking okay.
Oh yeah, wow.
No, not the... I think it's the hours on and off. I believe, typically. But yeah, you can water fast for multiple days. Not a doctor, just very cool initials. I rate that. I was going to maybe do a fairisle. I think fairisle is going to be a little harder. I suppose you've got a little bit of time.
Yeah. I love the way that it looks like there's like a sun beam coming onto it.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better over the time at shading fabric. I used to use the what's it called? The mirror tool, and I realised you get the best shading when you sort of pretend there's one light source coming from an angle as opposed to coming from the front. I might need to open up my Pinterest actually. I might need to.
Ooh.
I think I was going to do like a... Do you know who Elma is? Did we do Elma? If I Google Elma, what comes up? I feel like I've talked about Elma on stream before. I've gotten a lot of anime. Elma the elephant is what I want. I used to have an Elma jumper when I was a kid. At least that's what my mum called it. It's like Elma is an elephant. With... Hang on, it's coming. Elma is coming, people.
Elma's coming.
Oh, there's Elma. Um, I used to have a jumper like this as a kid. I kind of wanted to do like a jumper like this, but probably with bigger squares, I think,
Yeah.
and probably not as many colors. So I'm probably just gonna do that.
Yeah. It's breaking with the aesthetic.
Yeah, it might be cool to have one of these though. I don't know. I could even call it an Elmer jumper. Would I get? Would I
Yeah,
get sued? I
or
don't know.
you could just call it an
Elephant jumper. That's
no one would
no.
understand.
You can't sue me then. Yeah, I think it was the whole thing. I think it was a bit like, Elmer's not like other elephants, and then they all learn to accept him. I think it was, your classic, you know the one. There was a story about a fish, wasn't there? A fish with. Did anyone else? Is anyone else in the chat 5 years old for Y2K? Roughly. Was there a fish with scales? Children's book about fish with scales.
Oh,
the rainbow fish. The rainbow
yeah.
fish. Isn't this a similar story? Who ripped off who?
Giving away all the scales.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they give away their scales. Is rainbow fish. Very similar. We're categorizing knowledge here. We're creating an encyclopedia. We're finding links in culture. Rainbow fish and Elmer. I don't know. A rainbow jumper would be cool. It'd be cool to have a jumper with just like a little rainbow in the middle. That would be cute. Although I suppose it would be cool as well to have like a rainbow, similar to, I saw Fern's socks. You don't have to show. Fern's wearing Pride socks.
Let me see them. Oh god.
There we go.
Cute socks.
So we could do something like that.
Happy Pride Month.
I've drawn a line for localization as to what jumpers are in the game, and we don't have, we do not yet have a rainbow jumper in the game. So
that's you gotta fix that.
to be fair, there probably is still time. I feel like I could probably be like to the French guys, "Hey, what's French for rainbow jumper?" And they'd just be like, "It's this," and it'd probably be okay. Yeah, we I think we're gonna do are we doing a Pride stream? We've done one the last couple of years. We just need to come up with a novel
I feel
novel
like
way
we
to
already
keep
did
it
one,
fresh.
but that is not true.
No.
Yeah, we gotta. We'll go out with a bang or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to think of something cool. Because I think we did. Did we do? We did a wallpaper. I can't remember. We done stuff.
Yeah, we did a wallpaper with a bunch of different little heads. Yeah, the rainbow design from last year. And before that, what did we do? What did I say? I talk a lot. I don't know. What did we even do?
Actually, it's possible we did. Actually, it's possible that was before. Because I was going to say when our 2-year anniversary was. So maybe we have only done one Pride stream. Because
maybe
it could have been we started streaming in July or something, or even August. I remember it being really hot.
We'll just dress Louis up in drag. That's my idea. Hates it.
I think it could be fun to do clothing though. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't, I'll have a think. We got 2 weeks. We'll come up with something. It'll be good. It'll be considered.
The garden path drag race.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of high fashion outfits.
A mushroom jumper. I do have there's various shirts with different things on them I've got in the game.
A mushroom jumper would be very gay, so yeah.
I was doing a panel thing, wasn't I? Let me do some panels. I think I could almost be clever enough with it. Do the panels first and then fill in the colours. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, when was we did this before, didn't we? The first stream, the anniversary. We were like, oh, it's been 1 year, and
Oh yeah.
but
But
I can't remember who has that data
well, yeah. When is that? I mean, we
because
track
it's
things.
long. It's
Have you
yeah. We
checked the
only
dates?
started. The records only begin from a certain date, though, don't they?
No, no, because I went back. uh, Yeah, so we have from the first stream actually.
Do we? Oh, well done.
Yeah, thank you. It says the wrong date though because it's 2022, which is wrong.
Oh.
But but all these dates are formatted differently. It's fine. But yeah, I can't remember if we made a big deal out of it. Is the thing. But no, I guess it would have been just. I'm being silly. I'm like, when did we do the stream anniversary? What date was that? And then I'm literally looking at the first stream we ever did, which is the stream anniversary date, which is July 21st. So we
There
have
you
some
go.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have only done one Pride stream.
Yeah. I guess so.
I
It
just
feels
totally
like
thought, yeah.
we've done many.
Feels like we're yes. Feels like we've in our age and wisdom
Truly.
done many a stream, but maybe it's I don't know how many streams do we do a year. I guess it must be like 20 or something. Quick maths.
Quick maths. Well, it's been. Oh, we haven't kept up with this sheet though. We haven't tracked since January or since
Really?
December. Really, we haven't tracked this year at all. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
That's funny.
The July 21st is a Friday though, and what's even worse is I'm on vacation then, so it's gonna have to be the 25th or the 1st of August to celebrate.
Oh, okay. I'm not even sure what we did last time. To quote unquote celebrate.
Well, here's what we did in July last year. Walking a mile in many shoes. Shoe art. Drawing hats on heads. Hat art. And then the last one in July was a music stream. So I think I'm pretty confident in the fact that we probably didn't make a big deal out of it.
Okay.
Hi Slacks, let me know if that's how I'm supposed to say it.
I think yeah, we usually say Slacks, don't we? Welcome in.
Yeah. Sometimes I have a brain lapse and I'm like, or even worse, if I've been saying it wrong all this time, oh my god. Because that happens and I'm like, you know what, at this point?
What's the most pronounceable username?
Fern.
It could be actually. It's up there.
You really can't mess it up.
It's up there as an option. I feel like I wanted the squares slightly misaligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's realistic. It's like we could have knitted this ourselves.
Yeah.
Which I think is key.
And that could be the key.
It all comes back to the ugly jumper theory where it has to be imperfect because that makes it nice.
When does that theory date back to?
I
Circa.
Don't know. Circa with the fall.
Oh, okay. Recent.
It's like the whole thing of like or at least I've seen it be talked about a bit more recently, like how American Beauty is very like perfectionist and like everything's super.
The film or just like the
the
culture?
Just like the beauty standard or like
okay.
kind of the view on beauty in general. Whereas like in like French beauty is more like
sure,
it's also that, but it's kind of like the faults makes it good, or like you have to have some like ugliness in it for it to
Right.
be. I think that's really interesting, and I think that's the kind of thing with the jumpers as well. Or like the vintage charm that like you can have, because H&M did a jumper that was similar to what I'm looking for, but you can tell it's like it's H&M. It's not it doesn't have the same soul as like some old grandpa's jumper that was donated to us.
Yeah. Can't H&M that.
No, you just can't.
I didn't know this was a thing.
The beauty thing?
Oh no, ugly jumpers.
Oh.
I knew about the French kind of.
Yeah.
I know what they say about the French. I don't know what's true or not.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember if this actually looks anything like the one I had on Pinterest.
Well, it's its own thing now.
It'll look better when I get the colours in. Let me just. I am gonna just quickly go on my Pinterest and just. But I won't if I can't find it. I've got a Pinterest that's like exclusively very unusual illustrations, children's illustrations of bears from old Russian and East German children's books, which has been a labour of love. So I might have to wade through a sea of that. Although and I was recently doing phone wallpapers as well, but I couldn't settle on anything. I realised Pinterest is quite good for that.
Yeah, true.
Here we go. GP Inspo. There's a lot of good stuff here. Oh, I don't even know if I saved anything. I must have done. Oh, I tell you what, this is the one. I think. Although I don't think I envisioned. Yeah, I feel like the panels are even bigger on this. It might look okay once I colour it. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
I didn't really want to do like a cardigan. I suppose this is the pockets. It's the sleeves are a different colour. I think I just liked the colours really. I think that's the one.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
That
looks familiar.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like the panels are still too small then. I kind of almost want to do, I don't know, because unfortunately I can't make the sleeves different colours. We don't have the technology for that.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That would have been really Pride Month of us in different colors. So
I suppose I could just increase the size like this. Maybe even just like that. Kind of like that. Maybe make it a little bit more. I gotta get the other colours in. So we definitely need a blue, need a cream. This is gonna take some real taking. I think these are like these are like garden path colours.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly pinkish red.
Salmon.
Yeah.
Teal.
Salmon. And then yeah, pretty much on the verge of being green, blue.
Yeah.
And then cream. And I really wish I'd codified these exact colours because they're everywhere in the...
It's the chaos that...
It is a little bit. I was doing this earlier, like I use this red, I use something like this red for about like 50 different UI elements and all of them have a slightly different red. But I don't think anybody's noticed yet, and I feel like I just need to pick one. But to be fair, certain UI reads better, like depending on, certain things, and I feel like you get a feel for the different ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. And maybe I could make this one blue. Oops. I'll make that blue. We're at an impasse. I had to do this for Rachel recently. She did a it was almost a bit like Elmer actually. I had to in Photoshop like design like the squares of a jumper Rachel was going to knit for her sister, so that when you don't want to get to the end and realize you've got no choice, but because of the logic that it has to be the same color twice, there has to be some amount of Yeah. So I don't know what to. I need to make one of these reds not red. Oh, to be fair, we've got kind of like a dark blue here, and we've got kind of like a greeny blue here. So maybe I could do both. Maybe that's the answer. Still not quite the right blue to do. Let's make this a dark blue. Maybe.
This is the kind of stuff that makes my brain really, it's working.
Yeah.
Trying to see, trying to figure out which color should go.
Yeah.
It's a little puzzle.
I think we're broadly there. That could be the one. Maybe.
Well, that was a different sweater for a second.
What happened there?
I don't know. Yeah. What was that? What? No, nothing.
That's like what the characters say in the game when they can't find their line of dialogue because of a bug.
It's pretty clever.
Totally not noticeable. Huh? What? Oh, who said something? Me? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Love that.
I think it used to say, error, this line of dialogue not found, please tell Louis, or something like that. But there's a point where you have to not have that be it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen as often anymore though, fortunately. I don't know if there should be some green poking around here, because then it's because that ruin. I think if I set the sleeves as green, I think that would look kind of cool. Which
Yeah.
I have to do in code. So not like that. So it'd be kind of like this. Like that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I think that's the missing piece of the puzzle. But I'll give that a quick shade, and that'll probably be it for the day. Oh, that'll be it for the
A
stream.
very productive sweater stream.
Not too bad. I didn't even know I was streaming when I woke up this morning. And then Fern messaged me. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. I wasn't sure.
Really sporty behavior.
Because it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about your vacation.
Didn't even talk about my eventful vacation
it?
in the Isle of Wight. How was it? Yeah, it was fine. I saw the Needles. Do you know what the Needles are? Is that like a famous? Okay, I don't know how famous.
Okay, just put it in GeoGuessr. I'll know.
Oh, true. Were we gonna do that at the end of the stream? Maybe we should do that. Okay, I'll do the shading and then. Yeah, guys, the good people at publishing didn't cancel the the GeoGuessr subscription. So even though I said that the last one would be the last one, we've actually got a whole other month of GeoGuessr. And so we need to sell a few more copies of the game now to make up for that. So I'm going to be extra promoty at the end of this stream to make sure you guys step up.
Yeah.
Because we really shouldn't have had that subscription trickle over, but we'll make the most of it. Don't worry.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, Isle of Wight, the Needles. It's a famous landmark in the UK. I don't know if I thought maybe it's not one of the 7 wonders of the world, but because the Isle of Wight is called the Isle of Wight, I think. I don't know, because there's a lot of chalk in the rocks. I feel like I'm making all of this up.
I'm eating it up.
But it's very the rock sides are very white. It's spelled Isle of Wight with a GHT, but I think that could just be like an old spelling of white, and it could be the same etymology. I don't know, or it could just be totally coincidental. But the rock sides are very white, and there's a famous bit where the I'll get a picture of it. Where there's been a certain amount of erosion that's caused just a few things to jut out of the water that are pretty much all white.
The Needles.
In a satisfying way, and they're called the Needles. And I have a picture of it here. It's going to go next to Elma, our good friend Elma. So yeah, here are the Needles. I feel like you can't. We walked up to this. Can you see my mouse? Can I see my mouse? I definitely walked up to this tower, and I was there's like a beach over here. But yes, apparently there used to be more. There used to be like 7, and now there's just 2. Or is this?
Oh.
I can't remember. And I don't know how recently. But anyway, saw those.
Pretty cool.
Which is kind of the thing to do. And then there's also Queen Victoria's house. I want to see that. I'm not really into all that, but my mum is. So.
Yeah, probably to go anyway.
I mean, it wasn't her house. I don't know if the Queen has a house, but it was made for her, and she spent a lot of time there, and she died there. So, it's quite associated with Queen Victoria.
Historically charged.
Yeah, although the whole thing was a bit dark, and all the paintings were like really dark drawings of dogs and things, and it was a little bit. The gardens were nice, but the house was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit dark.
Ominous.
Yeah, not all of it, because I know she was into her dogs. I think similar to because the Queen just gone was a fan of corgis, and I think a large part of that was because of Queen Victoria's enthusiasm of her own dogs, which I can't remember. I think there's almost an expectation that you kind of like have a breed of dog that you know. I don't know. Maybe Charles does or doesn't. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
Like a hereditary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the shading in. It's time for GeoGuessr. We're going to do one.
Woo.
Woo. It's going to be quick. I apologise, everyone. I'm sure there's GeoGuessr haters watching.
Nah.
People who are like, I can't believe they've.
How could you hate seeing Louis in his element?
In my element. Is this gonna come up? Oh, I think it's just behind. If I, there we go. I saw this earlier. I was checking I'm logged in. Is this our little person? Oh,
yeah,
you can't see this. Can you see this?
I
Is it quick enough? Probably
no,
not. I need to.
I
Yeah.
can't see it on.
Okay.
Not on Discord. But
I
on
need
stream,
to.
yeah.
I need to. Here we go.
That's literally just you. I mean, you got quite a tan.
Can you guys can see my. Bear with.
See all the secrets. Most importantly, that Louis uses Discord in light mode.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's because, first of all, it's more readable, but also I have 2 Discord accounts, guys. I've got my work. This is my work account, and I also have my playing games with friends account, and I like to know which one I'm on.
That's what we should do.
At a glance.
All of us.
Yeah.
But it's so much. But it would be nice to like completely cut off like any work things when you're not at work.
Oh no. Wait,
oh
no,
I'm
it's okay.
Again.
You were, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
great work. You have avatars now.
Is this just a recent thing? And we've got this like cool looking.
It's not that recent.
With a mustard jumper.
Yeah.
I rate that.
Are there any ugly jumpers?
Are there options? Can we kit them out?
Yeah, I think if you go
Have we got all this? We got all this money.
Oh, is that?
I don't know.
Hey, Essie, how you doing?
Hi.
Oh.
You tuned in just at the right time, I tell you. This is the World Cup. We should compete. What do we do? How do we buy jumpers?
Yeah. What?
Am I? Okay. Oh. Whoa. I can see my avatar is like behind the play button here. What's that about? Oh, here we go. Profile could be this. Edit avatar.
Edit avatar. There it is.
Wow.
I think if you edit your avatar though, it will save your image as the avatar potentially. But that doesn't. I mean, I'm just disappointed we don't have the banana as our image.
There's not too many options. Yeah, I don't know who set this up actually.
Yeah, it must have been some mysterious power.
Yeah. Very strange.
Yeah.
The account just appeared out of nowhere really, and I just knew the password for it. It was quite. I kind of just closed my eyes and just felt the password.
Oh yeah, you could feel it in your.
My hand moved. Anyway.
It was like a Ouija board. Yeah. So
oh no! What am I doing? We don't want this, do we? We want gardens. This was okay, wasn't it? Oh, we're right in. Okay, no.
Okay, yeah, you know what?
No stressing. Okay, we've got. Let's not.
This is.
I don't know what language that is.
From what we had. What was that?
These people look European. I think the language looks European. It had des. What's that? That's Spanish, isn't it? Is it?
It could be French.
It could be Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I couldn't see it. That
could be France. Could be France. Ooh, does anybody know this? This has got to be a famous place, right? There's a fountain. Does anyone recognize this?
Is this literally? It's not gonna be Versailles. This is too it's not fancy enough.
French. Wood of the something. Ah, well done. Could be Quebec. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm feeling France though. I'm feeling France.
Yeah, because you were feeling the European vibes.
Yeah, it looks too. I don't know. I associate Quebec with being really cold. I don't know why. Is that right?
Or this could be cold.
Is French Canada quite? This looks quite warm. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, I'm wasting my time. I feel like I'm thinking southern France, but I'm only in winter. Okay, thanks, Perry.
Okay, oh yeah, you can't go towards that. Can you zoom in on that castle?
I can squint.
Is that big enough to be anything that we?
No, I don't know.
Because the horses made me think oh, maybe it's Versailles because they have fountains and horses and it's. That's what I was thinking.
Wait, okay, where's Versailles? Go on, let's. Oh, we haven't got very long.
Okay. So it's Paris, and then it's down and to the right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, well done. And the water too, yeah.
Always the horses for me.
Okay, this looks quite English, but
This is bringing me back to that Japanese park in New York.
yeah, a little bit. This looks pretty English to me.
What language does that bench speak?
Well, we've got signs.
Or what accent?
It
Toilets.
says lake, toilets. It's. Oh, can I read that? Please do not go
Rhododendron.
beyond. Okay, so I think we're in England.
Yeah, because they
Could
said
be
please,
America.
and the US could never.
Yeah. I guess it could be anywhere temperate, really. I don't know, it just has an English vibe to me. Do they have benches elsewhere? Do they have these little shin-high wooden things elsewhere? Nah, come on. Do they have sacks of caution? The kiln is hot. Do they have kilns with tarpaulin over them? Nah. I don't know, actually, I've got no idea.
Nah. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
I'm very sorry.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. This guy's got a high-vis jacket on. Come on. Trailer's Marston. Where's Marston? Do we know?
I don't know.
That's a place, isn't there? Oh, National Trust font. Very well spotted, Sparrow.
Oh.
I was doing all that National Trust. I should have spotted. This person looks English. This kid looks English. Can't read that. Come on, nobody has bright blue hats on their kids. Oh, this bin. Come on. That is quintessential. Which I found out the other day. These bins are made of plywood.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently they used to be cast iron, but they were worried about
10 seconds.
the safety. Oh no, I'm just talking nonsense. Okay, we're gonna go here.
Oh,
that was pretty good.
wow.
That was pretty good.
That was
Where was it?
expecting to be
Aldermaston. Oh, well done, Sparrow. Yeah. If only.
You know what? Good score so
That's
far.
funny. I
to be
basically
honest.
clicked my hometown there. Oh, we're not here again, are we? This isn't the same place. It could be. It looks very similar. I think it is.
Wait,
No, unless I'm just being.
I don't. Oh, yeah, kind of.
I feel like I remember this. I remember.
Exact.
Isn't this where the ice cream thing was over here? It just seems more corn grill. I think we concluded it was like Thailand, but no, it was Thailand in the end, wasn't it? I'm not moving around quick enough here.
That sounds right.
Oh, this winds me up. This is Chinese. I don't know about the rest.
Hey, Paul. Welcome in.
Hi, Paul.
Because the last time we got tricked again by the same thing. Oh.
No, it was just me being. There's a lot of Phoenix.
No. Last time it was me.
Oh, was it you?
It was me messing it up. Yeah, because I remembered that it was that we had gotten the other.
I think this looks very. Just from what we've done before. Oh, have we glitched out there?
Oh. We're phasing.
Something in Cyrillic. I feel like didn't we do this with the last one though? And I think it was Thailand in the end. I feel like there was Cyrillic in the Thailand one. I could be wrong.
It's so hard because I remember like fragments of that and someone saying something really smart.
Faced God,
because
car
of the
garden.
Chinese.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plonk it. It wasn't Nepal. It wasn't Burma. I think it was North. Oh no, wasn't it like all the way down here in Thailand? Is this still Thailand? I'm gonna do that.
I don't know that it was all the way down there, but
I'm gonna do
I think it was like in that.
Oh, I was thinking coast. I swear it's that same one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
I thought it was like on that level, but
we keep getting that. We keep getting Thailand. This looks England as well. This looks so England. All right, we're on the lookout for National Trust fonts. Come on, this kid. This is Dad with the cannon.
Bulk energy.
This looks very Southern England. I mean, it might not be, but there's definitely been a pattern to these things. It'd be funny. Oh, there's this bin again. Okay.
Is it the same place?
Oh no, Q recycled. Oh, is that?
Oh, the Kew Gardens. Where were they again?
Did we do this?
Yeah, we did.
Oh no. Wait.
It was just like
that's the font, isn't it?
Oh, this
Yeah,
yeah, this is this. Wait, so this is the same. Yeah, this we okay. So we've done the Kew Gardens. Like this is the third time we've done it now
Is it?
in total. Yeah, it's the same place.
Wait, where
we
was
can
it?
go for it. Was like, Oxford.
Is this literally the one from earlier? Like,
I think so.
Like
but,
two ago earlier.
But was it there? I feel like it was more in London, but like.
Oh, South London. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, but I just noticed
Kew.
the other one had the same sign.
That's
Earlier,
Brighton.
so I'm just confused.
I was wrong about the font. Oh, no worries. How south are we talking?
I think it was still in London.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at because one.
Okay.
We had that sign in the other one earlier.
All right. I'm just gonna within London. Brixton's still London, isn't it? Croydon's still London. I don't know when London stops becoming London. Really, I don't think anybody really knows. All right, running. Oh, I panicked. I just realised.
One day we'll learn.
Brentford. Oh, I do remember doing it. Brentford. Yeah. Oh, so southwest.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Oh, I thought whoa.
It's Versailles again.
It's Versailles
We've done
again.
all of this map. We have to find a new garden.
How is this
map.
possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know it would do the same ones from the same ones.
This time we can get it really on the nose.
Can we? Do we know where it was?
Yeah, I mean,
It was it was this, wasn't it?
Oh.
Ooh, 1 point off.
Whoa. Wow.
Sorry, can you guys hear that? That sounds really annoying. I usually mute it.
Yeah. I guess you could mute the tab, maybe.
Oh, well. No worries, guys, because there's going to be another one next week. And we'll... Does it tell you how many? 250 locations. How is it that we keep getting... Unless they're all just different points in Kew Gardens. It's 200...
Yeah, because they were, right? That was a different spot, I think. But it's still not a lot. But we're number one, so that's all that matters.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, by quite a bit as well. This guy absolutely blitzed through it, though. Look. 1 minute. That was still very fun. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Kenny. Right. Cool.
Yeah, I'll do some research and find us some more flower garden maps.
Yeah. No, there'll be a written apology on Discord by the end of the day. I'm really sorry, guys. It was pretty weak on our part, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Kew Gardens again. Kew. I thought when I saw Kew, I was like, it's in Welsh. I don't know why. So I'm glad.
European stadiums.
I'm glad somebody is more attentive than I am. Cool. Let's put up our Argyle jumper to enjoy in all its glory.
I really like that one.
Yeah, it came out well actually. Okay, right. Read-offs. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But at From Carrot Cake on Instagram, TikTok, now YouTube. I'm going to stop saying now YouTube because it's been that for a while. Now Twitter. That's a place.
Yeah. Wishlist on Steam.
Wishlist on Steam and the Discord.
Bam.
Come and say hi. See what's up. Community questions. What are we asking this week? I've totally forgotten.
Is it?
Oh, it was food. Your favourite baked good. Actually, this is... I feel like I should have jumped in on this because I'm a massive cinnamon swirl head. No, cinnamon swirl? Cinnamon bun.
Yeah. We just defrosted our fridge and freezer, and there were still a lot of cinnamon buns in the freezer, so...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but now they're gone, and I'm sad.
Because they were eaten, or...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good outcome. Wait, but you didn't eat them, or you did?
But it was like...
This is literally... Can't have your cake and eat it too, isn't it?
it was like a week ago, so now I'm sad
Yeah.
because I can't just go in the freezer and get one.
I've finally
Anyway.
been. I've been getting back into sourdough. I've finally been doing Sunday.
Oh,
Actually, it's been Monday bakes. I've been doing everything on the Sunday, and then baking on Monday, and I have been doing sourdough cinnamon rolls, and they've been really good. I did them with
whoa.
sour cream, and I think it was maybe too sour. It was like, made me wince a little bit with the sourdough and the sour cream.
Yeah.
But I'll figure it out. I'll refine my recipe. I feel like I should have posted the picture on the Discord, actually. Shared my... But I didn't want to... I didn't want to do the thing where I was like, pretend like it was something I was going to do every single week and then not do it every single week. But I have done it a couple times now. But I need something healthier. I feel like cinnamon buns, absolutely swimming in butter.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a lot of like the same, but it's garlic buns, but that would be the same problem.
Garlic buns,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
lots of butter.
Yeah.
I feel like I want something that doesn't have a lot of butter, but then I spread butter on it cold, and then somehow that feels better, doesn't it?
Like a scone.
Yeah, like a scone. Scones are... I don't know, can you do sourdough scones? I feel like that'd be a bit...
Well, I feel like if you can do sourdough cinnamon rolls, you can probably do sourdough scones. In my humble...
Because I guess the thing is, because cinnamon buns you rise with yeast, and then scones are usually risen with baking powder. But I suppose, if it makes it rise, it makes it rise. I can give that a go, actually, because I do make scones quite often. The trick to scones, I read somewhere that I curdle the milk intentionally, and for some reason they come out great when I do that. So just add I warm the milk and then add some lemon juice and then it curdles and then I mix it all together. I recommend that.
So I saw like people making cottage cheese bread, which is really bare ingredients, just like cottage cheese and like flour, basically, and
because I think
not a lot else.
Because I was watching this video, is really interesting about like the different things. I wish Nez-chan was here because he's they're really into like different bakes and things and how things affect things. I was watching a video on like sourdough and how yogurt and sour cream and milk, because like they have different ratios of protein and fat and water content, and I just thought that's all really interesting, and like figuring out the maths of, because I was doing all that with the sour cream. Because I think sour cream is sour cream's really high in fat. So actually there wasn't a lot of butter in that one. But then I guess cottage cheese is high protein, isn't it? I think. Because it's...
Also, here's it's an article that references the TikTok that this was...
Oh, cool. Yeah, I can see cottage cheese bread being good. I forget what protein does to dough. I think it's... I can't remember. I think it makes it easier to stretch and fold and stuff. But how much do I need to add to my Kickstarter pledge? Aren't you in America? Are you in America, Paul?
No, it's the UK.
Are you in the UK? I could send you scones.
Just come over.
I don't know how. Just come over. I don't know how long. They're good for a little while. Probably a day or two. But
just like vacuum pack them.
I'd be better off just sending you my recipe, to be honest. It's never failed me. I've got it like locked in a vault.
I think we should do like a marketing event around launch that's like we just send Louis out to like a little bakery studio and we invite like 10 UK influencers to bake scones together.
That's too much. I couldn't do that. I give them all scones and then I disappear into the night. That's my...
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
The mysterious stuff.
Mail order scones. I do make pretty good scones, but I feel like that's only because of the recipe.
Well, you take credit anyway. My cinnamon rolls are with like a prepackaged, like a finished mix, but I still take credit because I put custard in them. It's just a trick.
Scones are like cinnamon rolls are on a completely different plane of scones are like, you make scones with kids, don't you? It's basically just butter, flour, and a bit of milk.
Yeah.
Whereas cinnamon rolls, you're actually making a bread, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I guess scones really are. They're kind of somewhere in between a cake and a biscuit, because you're still you do the whole thing with a. Have you ever made shortbread?
No.
Do you have shortbread in Norway?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just like oh yeah, biscuit?
It's just it's just butter and flour baked.
Yeah.
And yeah, scones are basically just a softer version of. They're just a soft shortbread, really.
Because these seem, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, scones are good. Scones are good when you're hungry. You got nothing in the house, but you got some flour and a bit of milk. Actually, you don't even need. Do you need a bit of milk for scones? You could probably do them with. Sugar is the key different ingredient. Do you reckon? I think it's sugar. I don't add much sugar to my scone. Oh, but that's probably what you're saying. There probably is definitely more sugar in shortbread. You're right. But I think there's a lot more. There's also a lot more. You only add enough liquid to shortbread, don't you, to just combine it? Whereas scones, I feel like because you're kind of making a dough out of it, aren't you? Whereas shortbread is kind of a. You know what I mean. But yes, also a lot more sugar. Yeah. I remember our oven wasn't working. I was frying shortbread. And Rachel was like, what does the world come to? But they came out great. I don't know why. Because Welsh cakes, I make Welsh cakes quite a bit. They're closer to shortbread, and you do fry them. So they're pretty much bang in the middle of a scone, and a shortbread is a Welsh cake. We need a chart for this, don't we?
Yeah.
For all the non-UK. You don't have any. I don't have any liquid to shortbread. Do you add an egg?
A tier list.
A tier list. It's tier list Tuesday, everyone. Come on.
Oh.
Do you reckon there's a tier list for for English baked goods? It's probably going to be tier list English baked goods. We're running out of time, I think. English food.
Minutes.
English food tier list. Hang on, I do have this up. What is this going to be though? Oh, okay. That's more like pub food. British snacks. No, I don't know if anybody's done it. If I type scones, this could be our time to shine. No.
Our fame.
Here's how you. Right, my scone recipe. I'm going to show everyone how to find it. You go big. It's big oven, and you do scones, and cream, and then you're looking for a guy with whose profile picture is a Muppet. No, it's not that one. We've totally derailed. We're gonna finish the stream. Okay. We're gonna finish the stream. I promise. Cream. Oh, it might not be. If I put scones, jam... No, I swear it was. Scones, jam, cream. It's important that you put... There's so many recipes on Big Oven.
Oh, right. So, because it's like a...
It's like a community thing. Yeah, I can't find them anymore.
Oh, no.
I used to have... What's the name of that that heckling Muppet?
I don't know.
It's one of the two heckling Muppets.
Oh, those guys.
Those guys.
The ones that are like up in the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
I don't know anything about the Muppets aside from.
I do have it written down elsewhere. Like I said, I've got it locked in a vault. Not to keep people out of it, but
Stadler.
Is that their names? Well, it's the one without a moustache. How many pages of scone recipes do you think there are? Go on, we'll get to 7.
This is like when I went to go make banana bread, but the website was down and I couldn't get the recipe that I wanted. It was devastating.
I don't know which way around they are.
I came back and I screenshotted and saved everything. This is the banana bread recipe if anyone wants.
It's the way to do it.
You have to translate it, but it's fine.
Oh, is it in
It's in Norwegian.
I can't believe I can't find them. Go on, we'll go page 10, page 10.
Mhm.
I've never had a triangular
Yeah.
scone. Is that a
Oh,
thing?
really? Interesting. Because my favorite scone is like there's like a cafe chain here. It's like the Norwegian Costa. Um, and they do triangle ones with like nuts and
Oh
like
right,
macadamia
okay.
nuts and chocolate. It's
I
really
think that
nice.
would probably be illegal in the UK. I've genuinely never seen that. Um, this is the recipe. Look, there's the Muppet. I don't know if you guys can
Ah,
see. Do we confirm?
ah.
It's always I've been using this recipe for like 15 years because I used to make them as a kid, and this has still been up here. I wonder if there's a date for how old this is. Probably not, right? The best scones I ever made. Cool tried it. He posted that twice as well. Like 8 years old, 10 years old. Maybe it's only 10 years old. Maybe it's only 10 years. No, 14 years old. Wow, that's quite
Whoa.
cool actually. There's not much on the
You
internet
know,
that's 14 years old.
there's another recipe of the same title on bbcgoodfood.com.
Is it the
And Nomad
same?
Paradise. I don't know.
Because this one, I always thought it was funny the measurements in this one because 85 grams of butter. I remember,
Cut into cubes.
yeah, and then I remember learning that that's like a
Like a stick of butter.
yeah, it's like an American measurement, or it's
Ah.
like half a cup or something. And same with the milk, 175 is like a certain.
Mm.
And so I always assumed it was a Jane. It says here Jane Hornby store cupboard. Who's Jane Hornby? Oh, there you go, BBC Food. Yeah, okay. So maybe it is just a BBC Good Food recipe this whole time.
Mhm.
We're going down a rabbit hole now. Yeah, BBC Good Food. It's the same picture and everything. It's the
Yeah.
same things and everything. Oh man. Well, it's a good recipe, everyone. 175 is half a metric cup. Let's not get into different cup measurements again. Yeah, forget. What? You're saying there's different cup measurements? Yeah. Yeah, make this one, everyone. I think that the trick is, the lemon juice.
Oh.
I'm convinced that's you curdle the milk with the lemon juice and then
Going back to the sour train.
going back to all that, yeah. Cool. Okay. I think that does it. I think we're there. I think we've covered good ground, I think.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of topics today.
Yeah.
It's been a whole podcast episode.
It has.
I sent you a message.
Oh.
That is it's very mysterious. No one's gonna know.
Oh yeah, a raid. I always forget to do raids.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I don't think with dev streams it's necessarily like a required thing.
Go
But
on.
yeah.
Do I need to be logged in as Carrot Cake to do this? What am I?
I editor on? Can I?
Can you do it?
I think I could if I was an editor, but I don't think I am.
I'm not even sure I'm an editor. I'm just a VIP.
Yeah, that's true.
Fret not, Lilith. Talk amongst yourselves, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely add us as editors to the channel though.
Yeah, I think no one was actually sure if my account was my account, and so I think it was just like because I don't think you can do it. Can you do anything as a VIP? I think it just gives you a little crown.
You
Doesn't
just
it?
look fancy, and I think you can bypass links or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how's the
Yeah.
weather where you're at, chat?
Too
What's
hot.
it like, huh?
Too hot. I'm currently in button down the hatches mode, which is quite rare in the UK, but I think it is 30 degrees here. But currently rocking it as a cool 25 in the house.
Ooh.
Cool 25.
It's 28 here in my bedroom.
28. Is it really? You got me beat.
Feels kind of cool, to be honest.
Uh,
I don't know.
because I've got English blood. I'm used to it's usually 14 in here, I tell you. That's my probably the average temperature of this office. 14 is the point where I'm like, I should probably put the heating on. If Rachel's not in and it's just me, I always feel really like, you know, should I put the heating on? Especially with today's prices. Hot water bottles though. Oh, what is Lilith's username? I've got it.
Lilith Fox.
Lilith Fox. And so I do /raid.
Yeah.
And then just type Lilith Fox. Do I do that?
Yes. Ah.
I clicked the explore button. Oh, I've got to accept my own chat rules. Can you imagine if right, raid Lilith Fox. Boom. Okay, beautiful.
Oh wow, look at that. Nice.
All right.
All right. What should our raid message be? I
Raid
didn't
message?
Yeah. How about let me do something really. Let me put on my Louis/Alex ism. Something like this.
Wandering in from the garden. Oh, thanks, Sparrow, for joining us. Take care.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for your wisdom.
Yeah, for sure. We needed it this stream.
Every time I'm like, Sparrow just knows so much. Oh my god.
Do I have to set that?
No. You could just copy it. Oh, they're away. Oh no. It's okay. Oh, they're back. Never mind.
Okay, now's the time. All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you might be, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time for the next stream. Thanks so much for watching. Any final words?
Well, I was gonna say that was such a professional outro. I don't even have anything to add. That was very we're basically professional YouTubers right now.
It just
subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah, or what's it called? Follow. Yeah, follow the channel. All right, cool. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye bye.